What is up guys, OneStepUp here, and today I want to show you guys the deck that I used to get to 12 wins in the Legendary Challenge, and I just lost once, and that was because I didn't know how to use the deck that much, but now I kind of got the grasp of using this deck. So I'll show you guys how to use this deck, and this is the deck that I used to get to 12 wins, and I got the 12 wins pretty easily, no pressure, because the players playing this challenge were kind of easy. All of them were around 4,000, 3,500 trophies, so it wasn't really difficult to outplay them. If it was someone like a pro player, that would have been difficult to get through, but this is time we want to copy the deck. You can copy it right now, and then we're gonna jump into a few gameplays, and I'll teach. So in case you guys don't have the Royale host, you can use Lumberjack, or if you don't have the Lumberjack, you can use the Bandit. Bandit is a pretty good alternative, but not really perfect because it does not do splash damage. Royale Coast almost doesn't have a substitute, but I still have to give you one for those of you who don't have this card, either the Bandit or Lumberjack. Lumberjack's not really that good just because it costs 4. You want something cheap like 3 to rush in the lane, also have good defensive capabilities, but other than that I don't have any other alternative to suggest. So the other deck, if you guys cannot if you guys don't have any of these cards, most of these cards, then you can go for this golem deck. This is almost like the classic golem deck. Usually you want to start off with the pump, or if you don't have the pump, you wait for your opponent to play, make the first move, go slow with the Mega Knight, the Mega Minion behind, or the Night Witch behind. Once you go for a counter push, putting the golem in the back, the Night Witch at the back, putting all things behind the golem just like a noob, because golem player pretty skillless because you just dump troops behind, and once you dump all your troops, you pull all your enemy troops together, use the baby's dragon to splash everything, and that's gonna kill off all the troops. So that's basics of golem deck, but that's for another video. I'm not gonna be showing any golem gameplays because I use this deck to get 12 wins here. And let's hop into the first one. I'm gonna try to show you each and every archetype, just like Siege or Hog decks or P.E.K.K.A decks, Graveyard, Mortar, that's Siege, Spellbait. So difficulty with this deck is Spellbait. Hogs, almost the easiest deck to counter just because you have the Mega Knight, you have the Royale Ghost, you have the Goblin Hut. So we're gonna first jump into this first replay against no-name player from German Empire. And so with this deck, starting play is always Goblin Hut. I'm pretty sure you heard other pro players saying this, and that's obviously a really good move just because it's a defensive card. Even if your opponent plays a Hog Rider, it can pull the Hog towards the Goblin Hut, and you have time to react, so it does not start hitting your tower and getting it pretty low. So let's speed it up to 10 elixir, and he plays that. I play my hut on the left side, as I said, the first play, but on the downside to this, he's playing Expo. So he made use of this opportunity pretty well. He dumped all his 10 elixir on the right lane, and I have 4 elixir on the left lane, and I just have 8 to defend all his push on the right side. So I instantly put the Mega Knight to block the Expo from targeting the tower. Then I play the Royal Coaster. He's gonna play his mini P.E.K.K.A. Boom, Royal Coaster gets 1 hit, and then the Mega Knight gets in front. I put bats behind, but the bats get through and it starts targeting the tower, and it gets pretty low, 1666, and he's spamming the angry face just because he missed those bats, but not really his fault because you cannot hit all the troops plus the bats because the bats are pretty fast. It goes through all the other troops. So in this situation I could have played Skeleton Barrel at the back just because the Inferno Dragon is a defensive card and you don't want it to go offensive just alone. So that was one mistake that I want to point out. You want to hold that Inferno Dragon. Here he's trying to build a good push. So I poisoned all those troops out, and really smart play playing that Expo on the left lane, and currently have nothing to defend that Expo because if I play the Royal Coast in front, that's gonna be good as nothing. So I think I play Royal Coast at the bridge. I was kind of confused what to play. I played a Mega Knight because if I play Royal Coast, he's gonna put his mini P.E.K.K.A. and that's gonna simply kill the Royal Coast. So I wanted to play that and then gonna zap that, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna play Mega Knight and I'm gonna play bats on top. That's gonna kill the mini P.E.K.K.A. of his. And if you can see the right side, Goblin Hut is constantly chipping down. Even though he's ahead on damage, I'll be ahead of him in a while. So one Goblin hit brings his tower down to 1147. Another one and we're already ahead in damage. So again, I'm gonna play Skeleton Barrel at the back, Goblin Hut there. I think I'm gonna play Royal Coast straight up there. That's gonna get 1 hit. Okay, just 1 hit. And I'm gonna play bats on top to kill that mini P.E.K.K.A. again. Bats DPSing down that Expo. And I'm not sure why he didn't log here. Okay, he uses Ice Golem there, pretty good defense there, along with those bats. He's playing this game pretty well. And I zapped off those bats, and he logs on time, but he misses 3 skeletons. Skeleton Barrel is pretty new card, so I don't see that many players countering it perfectly. So if you notice, he fireballed my tower, so I instantly poisoned back. So that's 4 for 4. You want to keep the elixir count in mind, so you don't want him to spell cycle and get ahead of you. So try to keep up with the damage. He fireballed, I poisoned. So that's the way how to play it. I go Inferno Dragon because I hit 10 elixir. I have nothing else to play. Inferno Dragon is pretty useless against Expo, so I'm gonna go Mega Knight straight away. That's gonna tank long enough for that Expo, and I'm gonna zap and then cycle back to poison as soon as I can. Boom, he tries to fireball, but that's a bit too late, and a poison gets the better of him. So that's gonna be GG for the first siege deck gameplay. We're gonna hunt and see what other archetypes we have. Okay, so this is a pretty popular graveyard deck. It used to be called the Splash Yard, which I was a really big fan of when the graveyard was really strong. So I'm giving the thumbs up here. Again, the first move is always the Goblin Hut, and he plays the baby dragon there. I'm gonna play Inferno Dragon here. I'm gonna pause each and every time where you guys need to notice. He played those goblins pretty bad because it died in the poison. I'm already so much ahead in damage, 1783. I'm gonna play the Royal Ghost at the back. I'm gonna play that, and he plays Bowler there. That's a good play because that's gonna counter everything. I'm gonna play that again. A good play because Electroviz shut down completely, and I'm not gonna zap and waste my elixir. Instead, I'm gonna build a big push from behind. Mega Knight there, and that's gonna counter his Knight. Boom. I'm gonna zap up those. Probably wasn't needed. I thought those was pure goblins, but I didn't notice it too well, so I just zapped it. That was a waste. Shouldn't have zapped there. So that's gonna be tower, and I think okay, he goes graveyard. I counter it not too well, but I took quite a bit of damage there. And he almost took my left side, but I defended with bats, and that's gonna be GG against a graveyard player. Hog, I'm not gonna show you Hog because that's one of the most easy deck to play against. Spellbait is a tough one, especially if you're playing against a skilled Spellbait player, because you don't have much counters for Spellbait, just because you only have the zap. That's also not gonna completely kill the goblins, and you have bats, which you always need for defense. So I use the bats there, and now I have the zap in hand. But sometimes you don't have both the cards, so it becomes pretty difficult because the rest of your cards are really expensive. Skeleton Barrel cannot do anything. Goblin Hut cannot defend a Goblin Barrel. So I go Royal Coast there. Probably wasn't needed. So in this situation, you can either opt to poison, or you can opt to go for Goblin Hut. Either ways it's fine, because he played 5 elixir there. That was a waste. So it's just like a rocket trading. Once your opponent plays a rocket, you play a rocket. So it's the same thing here. Once your opponent plays Inferno Tower, you can either poison, or you can put the Goblin Hut. So in this situation, I go for Goblin Hut instead, because I was kind of expecting him to play the princess at the back, so I could get a poison value, but he didn't do that. He constantly played his princesses at the bridge. So bats are gonna get not a single hit, but his Spear Goblins are gonna get so this is a switch situation where I have nothing, just a Mega Knight and Inferno Tower, Inferno Dragon. I could play the Mega Knight and deny all Goblin damage, but I didn't want to play that because the Inferno Tower is still there, and I'll be short in elixir to support it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play Inferno Dragon instead, take a bit of damage, and I think I'm going to go for a Royal Ghost push or a Skeleton Barrel. Let's see. I'm going to play nothing. Okay, I'm going to poison that instead. Waiting for his counter push. Waiting for his push. So I think here I'm going to play Royal Coast at the back. Boom. And he's waiting. He's pretty low in elixir also. And then I play Skeleton Barrel at the back. Pretty bad move playing this that Goblin gang there, because Royal Coast does splash damage. You don't want to play that. And boom boom, I think this time he gives up here. Yeah, he gives up. He rockets my King Tower, and that's gonna be GG. Not really the most competitive game, just because these players aren't the best, but I hope you guys have a pretty good all-around knowledge about this deck. And this is the other deck that you can play. Golem is pretty straightforward, so I wish you guys success with this deck, and that's gonna be it for today's video. Okay, a really happy new year 2018. Wish you guys the best for this year. Hope you guys also get 12 wins in this challenge and earn all the gold and all the good cards possible. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget the like button, comment down below if you need any help in any decks, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more contents like these. I'm OneStepUp, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.